Hi there YouTube, it's me, Morphsuit America, and in this video I'm going to talk about Iron Saga. Iron Saga is a gacha game that got recently released at the end of 2019, and I want to talk about it because I'm actually hooked into this game and I plan to make a series out of this and talk about X, Y, and Z. So this is just an introduction video, and also know when it comes to this audio and the recording itself, it is actually from my phone. I'm actually doing this from my phone, so I have no control over the background music. If it is out, I apologize. If you can't hear my goddamn voice, I apologize about that as well. But I want to make this video ASAP because I want to get started on the other videos that I have in mind with this thing. There are a couple videos, there is a Discord too, and when it comes to the Discord, there's a bunch of helpful people that talks about builds and all that. So this game is interesting. Once again, this video is going to be talking about why I'm playing the game, and it also goes into a bit of if you should give it a shot and if it's free to play. Obviously, it is a free to play, but the thing is, how long will it take for you to actually get to where an in-game player is, or where a well is at, or if you can get all the mechs and all that. I'll cover that at the end of this video. So let me talk about how I got hooked into this game. Well, for one, I will have to state that I did not know much about this game. A lot of my pals were talking about all these other games, but this one was kind of under my radar and I just didn't know about it. I saw no advertisements about it. The only way I knew about this game was because a good friend of mine that barely advocates for a bunch of phone app games, he hates grinding and stuff, and I don't blame him. But when it comes to gacha games especially, he doesn't really talk about some of them, but then he mentioned this game. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. One, he doesn't really do that, so I listened to him. And then when he gave me an explanation to what Iron Saga was, I saw a bunch of anime stuff, but then he said a magical word that kind of clicked my head, and I was like, okay, I need to play this. I don't care about all these other games I need to try out. I need to play this one because it has a magical word that would make me want to play it. It had mechs in it. Yes, mechs. Mechs are giant goddamn robots, and I'm actually a huge fan of them. Am I a huge fan of them compared to like waifus? Yes, that would actually pull me away from the waifus. Don't get me wrong, I like my waifus, but mechs are something though. And here's the thing when it comes to phone app games, like there's not a lot of phone app games that actually emphasize on mech usage. Now there are a couple of them, but there's a lot of things I want to bitch about when it comes to some of the phone app games I played that had mechs in them. Most of the time when I played these phone app games, they are turn-based, or they are strategy-like, and they're kind of stale. I'm not saying that strategy game isn't that great, I'm not saying that turn-based isn't that great, it's just that if I'm gonna see a bunch of fucking mechs, I want to see live action, I want shit to blow up, I want missiles and swords and parts flying all over the goddamn place. I don't want any turn-based strategy. I'm gonna go into the arena right now, show you guys a bit of gameplay, or just one round of me fighting against someone. I don't think I'm gonna win against this person, but I'm gonna send my team out there. Well, you can see this has a very wonky style with how it goes about the combat, but at the same time, you can see that shit is interesting because it's not fucking turn-based. You can see that it's very fucking active. You can see that there's a shit ton of crap going on. You can see reinforcements coming in. You can see bullets flying over the place. You see missiles. You see crap going on. You'll be like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Once again, the gameplay is what got me into the game. It's not because of the story, the fan service, or like the character development. I mean, it is there. It is there, and I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't pay attention to it. It does have a decent story. There are moments where it would actually get you to have feels, but maybe I should actually talk about this part yet. Well, whatever. I lost the match. I knew I was gonna lose. I could check the scoreboard and see what they had. Pretty much like my team, except that they have a Hitomi. So yeah, pretty much that's just like the gameplay of it. And when it comes to this game in particular, it's just the gameplay that sold me. It's not like, once again, the story is there, character development is there, fan service is definitely there, but it's not like outstanding. I've seen better 2D live animations like in Azure Lane and Girls Frontline. They have really good animations if you can get your hands on them. But when it comes to character development, it's there, but it's not like stressed out as much, and it's not like the main drive of this game. Story, once again, is also stale. There will be some good moments, bad moments, but hey, look, what sold me was the gameplay, just the gameplay in itself. I can go on and on, but let me wrap this up with the final stuff that I need to mention. So yes, this is a free-to-play game. You can be a free-to-play and actually get some of the stuff that in-game players would have or whales would have. However, I will state that it will take a long time. You actually have to be active and you have to farm. Do I need to farm like constantly? Yes and no. It just depends on how you go about it, but the thing is, this isn't like a bunch of other games where you could eventually get everything in like a month or two. This will take a long time for you to get where a lot of in-game players are at. But here's the main point. If you are into anime and mechs, I would say give this game a shot. I don't say this game doesn't have that excellent storyline or something, so if you want to give it a shot, go ahead and do so. Give it like maybe 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how you feel about the game. Then you might drop it or you might continue to play the game as it is. I mean, they got a lot of stuff in this game. A lot of decent mech, or they got a lot of good-looking mechs. They got a lot of pilots too. There's a couple husbandos you can go for, or a couple of waifus, a bunch of traps. When it comes to the actual gameplay, once again, I'll make separate videos going into like specific little things, giving you guys points and tips and all that. But, I mean, this game is just something. It's unique compared to all the shit that I've seen. And yes, you don't have any control when it comes to like the PvP fights, but hey, look, I like seeing a bunch of mechs go ham at each other, and hell, some of these pilots are interesting. Like, I like the Abyss Girl, like the chick that's on my screen right now. Yes, she's an Abyss Girl. Yes, that sounds like it's a Kanko collection reference, or whatever you call that other boat game. Yeah, it's just that it's great. I'm playing it. If you want to add me, that's a different story. I can't add anyone. I have too many friends. I am pretty active. I might need to delete a couple of people depending on how long it's been since they played this game or touched this game. But yeah, let me know if you guys are playing it. If not, then I am playing some other phone app games, once again upper right hand corner or in the description if you're interested in knowing what other games I play. But this is one of the active games that I'm playing, and I am planning to make a series out of it, talk about X, Y, and Z. So let me know if you're playing it, let me know if you tried it, thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.